Hi, I'm Jim Juno. We are here after the game, Panther post game, with head coach AnnMarie Gilbert. 87 to 47 win tonight for VUU over Winston-Salem. Coach, this game has got to feel satisfying.
It's very satisfying, especially since Winston-Salem is in first in the South. We were nervous about this game because they have such a young team, and there can be a young team can be dangerous. They just don't know what they don't know. They don't know they're not supposed to beat Virginia Union, who's ranked in the country. So I'm just really pleased with how our kids handled themselves.
You only allowed 3 points in the second quarter from this Winston-Salem offense. What were you doing in the second quarter that shut them down so completely?
We just locked in on who was hot. We really tried to take away 0 and 14, two of their leading scorers, and our kids didn't do as great of job in the first half as they did in the second, or in the first quarter as they did in the second quarter. But man, we nailed it in the second quarter.
Speaking of speaking of shutting down Brianna Pate, number 14. I don't have the final stats. Let's see. She had 8 points at the half and ended up with 14. By comparison, our leading scorer, Shareka McNeill, ended up with 29.
Well, we really tried to focus on Paige. She's a great basketball player. A senior who's playing with a lot of heart, had two double-doubles last week, is one of the league's top players, and we really keyed in and shut her down.
I know that was the key to the game, but can you give away any secrets about what the secret is to shutting down Brianna Pate?
Brianna Pate is a kid that operates well around the basket. We used as many bigs as we could to push her away from the basket, to not allow her to get as many rebounds as she usually gets. She averages about 13 rebounds a game. She only got 10. She had 6 at half, so she only got 4 in the second half. But our two keys for the game were rebounding and getting stops. And I thought we did a great job in both those areas.
I did notice during the game that a lot of time you had Jasmine in there in the inside, Nicole Floyd in the inside. Then when you took one of them out, there came in Ify Okoye. And Ify was the CIAA Rookie of the Week. So you've really got a trio of trees that you can turn to, don't you?
Absolutely, and don't forget Christina Dang and even Destiny Gardner, who's coming. So we feel like we've got 5 bigs. Even Amani Breedlove got in at the end and had an exciting steal and rebound, and so we really feel like our bigs, this is the best we've been in the 4 years I've been here, the most deep we've been. But it starts with Jasmine Carter and Nicole Floyd. They get us going. Then we bring in the young legs of some of those youthful players, and it's turning out to be quite a blend.
20 wins now for the 4th year in a row. The first time that's ever happened in VUU's women's basketball history. You're a numbers person. How big of a number is that?
20 wins is my personal goal every year, a minimum. And if I start to achieve under 20 wins, I'm going to pack my own box because somebody may be able to do it better. But it starts with getting 20 wins a year, and that we reached a milestone. I mean, this is something we want to do every single season. So for us to do it 4 seasons in a row, I'm really pleased. And I love this team. Every single member of this team is special. I love this team.
I gotta ask you about Ify Okoye. She was CIAA Rookie of the Week. I believe this is the 3rd time that she's won the award. Is she the odds-on favorite in your eyes for the CIAA Rookie of the Year?
She really is. She's starting to play with consistency. She's getting like at least 11 points, 9 rebounds on most occasions, which is almost a double-double. I think she's one of the best 4 players in the league. I think that Shareka McNeill is the best 2 guard in the league, and Rejoice Spivey is one of the best point guards in the league. So we really, at our first 5 positions, and the toughness of Bianca Lockamy. She didn't score a ton today, but she's always on the glass, always making tough plays. But, you mentioned Ify Okoye, and I think that she is the freshman of the year in my eyes. And she's got a few more games to prove that to the rest of the league.
Now you've got Virginia State coming up on Saturday here in Barco-Stevens. It's going to be a madhouse here. But this is what players live for, isn't it?
It's going to be a great game. It's a rivalry game. I expect them to play much better than they did at their place. I expect our shot clocks to be working. If they're not, we need to get them tested early and often. However, I love Coach Hill. I love what he's doing over there. When I'm not rooting for Virginia Union, I'm rooting for Virginia State. And I just love the pride that both of our teams have brought to the state. And I'm looking forward to it being a great game.
Fantastic. Thank you, Coach. Good luck. All right, we've got Shareka McNeill here now. She had 29 points tonight in VUU's 87-47 win over Winston-Salem State. Shareka, this is getting to be old hat. You're the, 29 points tonight, 30 points last night, 59 points in 2 games. That's something you live for, isn't it?
Right. It's something, I told you in the last interview, I'm just working hard every game.
It looked like tonight you were on from the get-go. Did you feel coming into the game that, I feel good tonight, this is going to be a big night?
It started off with warm-ups. I'm knocking out every shot as me and my team warming up. It felt good today.
You couldn't have expected to be winning by 40, right?
Huh?
You couldn't have expected to win tonight by 40.
Oh, no, because I thought, Winston-Salem is a tough team, but, my team came harder today because, every team in the CIAA gives us our best shot.
Arco-Stevens magic, too. It's hard to beat VUU in Arco-Stevens, isn't it?
Right, especially even though we're home and undefeated, it's hard to beat us.
Winston-Salem was #1 team in the South. Now you've got, in the next game, Virginia State, the #1 team. I guess you would say our #1 rival.
Right.
How big of a game is that going to be?
It's a huge game. It's like, what's it, the Battle of the 95?
Battle
I think.
95.
Yeah,
Yes,
so,
indeed.
it's a big game. But, we're going to handle business here.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Shareka.